Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. I'm Nai, and this is Mako.
Wait.
Today, we're not going to be exploring the Omega Ruins. Instead, we're going to be going to play some Blitzball. Specifically because, finally, after forever and a day, we have the Jupiter Sigil available for us in the League. But no, don't worry, dear viewers, we're not going to force you to watch 10 different League games. Instead, we're going to do one of them. Just one, because I did all the other ones for you. I'm not going to bother doing we're not going to do any marks, we're not going to do anything like that. We're going to beat this as fast as possible. And we're going to be done, because that's going to be it. So what I'm going to show you is a strategy that you can use in Blitzball, which, while boring, works fairly well. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get the ball by whatever means necessary. Now, I have made some very slight adjustments to my Blitzball roster. And as you can see, still have a number of enemy teams. So, for instance, for some reason, Dotto is on someone's team. Don't ask me why. Letty is on someone's team too. Keepa's on someone's team. Like, the entire Auroch team is on another team at this point. Not that I care. So we have kept Zev Ronso because he's a really good middle forward. He has very high endurance, so he's pretty good at just hanging out. Basically,
he hits like a Mack truck. He's very poor at shooting. That's sort of his whole point is to stand there and look imposing, and then hit people when they get too close,
and then get the ball and pass. Because his pass is really good. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna get the ball, pass it to Titus, who needs to be near the enemy goal, and he will be as long as you're gradually moving up, and then just have Titus check shot. That's it. For most of the game, as long as you've kept Titus at a fairly reasonable level in Blitzball, he's going to have the shot capable of scoring a goal. And if you have the eject shot, nothing's going to stand in your way, because they'd have to stop you with 4 more people to actually stop you.
Yeah, it can happen. It's not likely if you know what you're doing.
And all you got to do is just make sure don't power up the middle. Don't do that. That's not smart. Instead, go around the top or the bottom, because if you power up the middle, their entire enemy team will go on you. But, however, if you power up the top or bottom, you'll only have at most 2 people on you. The, bottom forward and the bottom guard. And that's going to be it. So after we get the ball, all we need to do is go back to our side. And hide behind the goalie. That's it. End of strategy. So what happens if you do this, and you sometimes have to mess around a little bit, because sometimes one of their forwards, or especially one of their rear guards, will mess with you. But all you gotta do is sit behind the goalie, and the enemy team is not programmed to have any idea what to do about this. The only exception is that if you get either a forward or a guard who comes with you to behind your goalie, occasionally when they hit the zone of your middle forward, they will turn around and come attack you again. And then you dodge, or whatever you need to do. They turn around, go to your middle forward, come back again. And they'll just continue doing that. Otherwise, all you do is just sit right here. The enemy team has no idea what to do. They're not programmed to move up this far. And your team doesn't do anything because they're not programmed to do anything. And this is it. This is your strategy. You get 1 goal and you sit here for 10 minutes and do nothing. I mean, that's it. Generally, when you're doing the league or the tournament, there is going to be a top scorer award. In this case, it's a tech find. And generally, you're going to want that. So you may want to actually make sure that in 1 or 2 of the games, Titus scores 6 or 7 goals. It's not particularly hard to do. And then as long as you do that, enemy teams don't score a lot of goals in their games. Typically, enemy scores are only going to be 2-1, 3-1, something like that. They're not going to be very high numbers. So if you can get 6 goals in 1 game, Titus has done 2 to 3 games worth of scoring. And as long as you can keep that up, you're never going to lose top scorer. And doing this just gets things done. Now, keep in mind, the downside of this strategy is that, number 1, your team will not gain any experience, because the only person who really did anything was Titus, and no one else did anything. Now, the upside of that, of course, is that the enemy team also gains no experience, because they didn't do anything either. So you'll notice, Deem got 2 points, because I think that was the engagement we had, and Deem got the ball, and the goalie always gets 2 points. Titus gets 11 points for handling the ball several times and scoring a goal. Zev gets some points for grabbing the ball and taking a few tackles, and Nimruk gains 2 points for being the goalie. And then that's it. You've successfully accomplished all that you set out to accomplish. So now you're in the second half, you've got nothing to do, you don't want to fight, you don't want to do anything, you just want to get the ball and hide. And get your free win and move on. So that is the extract strategy we're going to do, because after playing 50 plus games of Blitzball in 4 days, I no longer want to play Blitzball as much as I love the game.
I've also heard tell that if the other point we should probably touch on, the stuff that shows up as the prizes for the Blitzball tournaments, it's semi-randomized. Like, you can't guarantee that what you want is going to come up when you want it.
Correct.
I can't vouch for how effective this is on my own, but from what I understand, one of the accepted paths is to basically just let the enemy win. Like, you're gonna eat salary costs, but essentially let the enemy like just score a goal and then forfeit your way through. Or
well,
alternately,
you can't forfeit in leagues. Forfeit's not allowed, so that's not an option. Generally, what you want to do, this is the strategy you want to do to force the item that you want to drop in Blitzball. First and foremost, remember that generally what you're searching for is Wakka's abilities. You cannot get attack reel, or you can get attack reels at any time. You have to have attack reels to get status reels, and you must have done 250 combat events with Wakka in it. So 250 encounters, and Wakka had to take an action. And to get Auroch reels, he has to have done 450 combats where he took an action. The Jupiter Sigil, all you have to do, you have to have all of his reels, all the overdrives have to be gotten, and then the Jupiter Sigil just has to show up. So those are the requirements to get each of the individual items.
The other thing to note is, another thing you can try, again, I've been trying this and it doesn't seem to work so well, but I'm told it works. I have bad luck with this sort of thing. If you know, like, every time you go into the Blitzball league list and then back out again, assuming you're not in a league or tournament as it is, every 4 times it reshuffles the prizes.
That's
so
not
you can,
entirely true.
That's what I've heard. Like, I can't.
You're close. That works for tournaments. It does not work for leagues.
Well, I've been in a league for a while now, so I can't. Like I said, I can't verify all of it.
The way it works is that, number one, when you clear a league, tournaments don't matter, because they will clear themselves. When you clear a league, you always want to save. Do not continue playing Blitzball. Whenever you see what the prize for a league is, it is then locked in until you beat that league. And I had to test this. That's one of the reasons why I had to play so much, is I was trying to clear a league without playing it, and it just didn't work. So in order to clear the league away, you have to play it. But if you go ahead and save before you start up the league, I mean, before you go hit continue playing Blitzball, before you see what the prize actually is in the list, every time you see the prize, if it's not the one you want, you can reset the game with the soft reset function, go back in and check it again, and it will have changed, because it's not seeded, it's not forced, that's how it does things. A tournament, on the other hand, all you have to do is just back out of the Blitzball menu and go back in.
4 times.
Every 4 times you do this, the Blitzball tournament will clear. It takes another, I believe, 3 times for a tournament to come back up. And that's it. See, Kipa was with the Ronso Fangs. Kipa is still with the Ronso Fangs. The further you get into Blitzball, the more often you're going to see people drop in and drop out. So as you can see, we're in Spira League. This is round 10. So I won 10 times, easily. No one else comes even close. We got 30 points. TS is the top scorer by a lot. And that's it. So league season is over. Congratulations. We have ended the season at number 1. Please accept this prize. We obtained the Jupiter Sigil.
Woo!
TS is the top scorer. We have learned Tech Find. Player now able to learn extra techniques by expanding tech list slots. I have no idea what that means. Oh, we get to choose any one character. So we're going to choose Tidus. And we can expand his tech list by choosing an empty slot. And Tidus will learn that tech. If you know what tech it is, congratulations, you just gained it. Certain techs cannot be learned. For example, the one that I tried to unlock, even though I knew it wouldn't work, was the Ject Shot 2, which is a tech in the game. It exists. The Ject Shot 2 has some very specific requirements for it. Number 1, you have to have Tidus. Number 2, you have to gain all of Tidus's required techs. And I don't know if I ever talked about this. The way required techs work in the game or key techniques is how they word it. Every player has a limited number of techniques they can learn, and they will have 3 key techniques. What you do is you learn the first key technique on the left. When you do, this expands how many techniques they're allowed to learn. Then do it again for the second, do it again for the third, and they'll be able to learn the max amount of techniques, which may be all of them or may just be a very large amount. Tidus and Wakka are the 2 exceptions. If you get all 3 of their key techniques, you will then be able to unlock a special technique unique only to them. The technique has to be learned through a league, if I remember correctly. For Tidus, it's the Eject Shot 2, which not only allows him to clear out 3 defenders instead of just 2, it also gives him the invisible ball status effect on his shot. I don't know how that works. I've never actually seen invisible shot before. But supposedly makes it a lot harder for the goalie to actually stop the shot. But I've never gotten that far before. Actually, where I am now, once you get to the level 30, 40, 50s, when it comes to when it comes up to Blitzball, that's when you start seeing the really cool stuff. Like, for instance, you saw Tidus dodging tackles. That's just the basic tackle slip ability. There is a tackle slip too, but I don't know exactly the effect of that because I've never gotten it. But there are a lot of very cool abilities that start doing things. You start getting passes that have the eject shot ability, things like that hit multiple people at once. So now we have the world champion, which is Wakka's ability. His legendary weapon has break damage limit, triple overdrive. Doesn't Tidus only have double overdrive?
Yep.
No, he has triple, never mind.
Oh, well, there's a couple that have double.
Wakka also gets double AP and evade and counter. So now, we're gonna go do something stupid. So I've been grinding in Omega Dungeon for a while, apart when I was bored of doing Blitzball, and we have gained a number of levels. Now you can see, let's actually get these done while I'm thinking about it. As you can see, Riku is way ahead of the boys, and that's not, like, that's because of her double AP gain. She gains double the AP of everybody else, so she's always doubly ahead. And this can get kind of annoying because, for instance, Tidus is not allowed to learn that. His weapon doesn't come with that. Everybody else, I think everybody else gets that. So Tidus is always behind. But Riku has become like terrifying. She does ridiculous amounts of damage now.
And she does it very quickly.
Yeah. Where was I going? Where was I going on his path? Oh, I remember. Okay. So, Tidus right now is on, Yuna's path. Because I think I've done Wakka's and Orin's at this point. Tidus just learned Auto-Life. Which is really awesome. Wakka, I believe, is about to learn Hastega. So no, he just learned Slow. Hastega's a ways away. Okay. But everybody's learning a lot of stuff. Everybody has very high damage. In Omega Ruins, you may recall that last time we were in Omega Ruins, I had a lot of trouble in there because we just weren't doing enough damage. Now that we have break damage limit, we're terrifying. Like, we're doing 20,000 damage to 30,000 damage every attack. So it is... What am I doing? I want to go this way. We're going to go to the Calm Lands, and we're going to see about beating a boss.
Yay!
It's time to do that. We're going to start beating those bosses. Now, I did make a mistake a while ago, which is going to cause me some trouble. I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding in a future area in order to fix this. When I went back and rebeat Seymour, because I wanted to do the off-screening and get the double rewards from Seymour, because I did the Zanmato earlier. When I went back and rebeat him, I apparently failed to talk to Wance on the way in. This has caused some trouble, because by not talking to Wance at that time, I have locked myself out of being able to actually buy stuff from him later on in the game, apparently. I didn't know this, I didn't realize I had done this, and by the time I had realized, it was way too late to go back and fix it. So, why did Orin go first?
That's kind of scary.
Okay, so let's see what Tidus can do damage-wise. Oh, would you look at that, 24,000 damage. let's see what... Remember, Orin does have break damage limit. He just has no damage. Let's see what Wakka can do. 21,000 damage. Orin, I'm sorry, you're just not strong anymore. We're just getting Orin's overdrive up. Did that get Orin's overdrive up? No. But yeah, so that's the thing that's going on. I unfortunately locked myself out of wands. There are ways to get the blank armor still, and I'm going to be getting some, but they require us to go do a couple of storyline events that we just haven't gotten to yet, which sucks. We're going to go do that. Also, Tidus actually does crit for 40,000. They're very strong.
You could probably go back and get the do 99999 damage in one blow achievement on one of the early enemies at this point if you wanted.
Potentially. And speaking of, we have gotten a couple achievements or trophies in the very recent past. Also, we just got ambushed and Orin went, nope, I'm still going first. Which is kind of cool.
That's kind of scary.
Yep. But we have gotten a couple of achievements. One of them was for getting... I forget what they all are. It's random stuff we have done that, we're going to go look at the trophy list in just a second. But it's random stuff that happened that basically happened because I was grinding and because I was off-screening things. But let's go ahead and look at the trophy collection. Probably going to have to perform a sync. God damn it. But let's see, what have we gotten? Well, I'll wait for this because we're going to see what we've gotten. So, what we're going to be doing from here on out, we're going to be doing a lot of fighting in the monster arena, and I think we're going to record all of the fights against the various bosses that we have to fight. Okay, so what did we get? Let's see, I believe we got... I think we got Delta Attack on screen. Under the table, I know we got off screen, but I believe we talked about it. Blitzball Master, unlock all slot reels, was something that I did off screen because I had to unlock all of Wakka's reels just in order to get the sigil. So we did all that. Never mind, that must have been it. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's continue. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to do all the arena fights. I'm still procrastinating on doing Lulu's legendary weapon because screw that noise. I'll do it eventually. It's gonna happen. I have to do it in order to platinum this game. But
or a braver man, or possibly just more insane than I.
And probably just stupider, I think, is the thing we're gonna talk about. Okay, so unfortunately, without the really good armors, I have to grind them up. It requires doing a storyline thing that we're gonna do probably next episode. So without that, unfortunately, we do have a kind of an issue. So we got all the flans. All the flans have been gotten. So he have created a really powerful flan, and we got some twin stars. I'm not fighting that. Okay, what else? Yes. Can't do it for free. Nope. No! Go away. Hold on. We got it. He's got a couple more things that I've gotten. He created the ultimate lizard. We got some stamina springs. I think we already had full stamina springs already. Yes, but not for free. Got it. What else do you got? Anything else? No, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fight a monster. And, what are we gonna fight?
Dunno, what are you gonna fight?
Fight Fenrir, Stratoavis. Those are all scary. Let's go ahead. See, here's all the things we've gotten from the Omega Dungeon. Let's go ahead and fight, Fenrir. Fenrir, huh? You sure about that? Yes, I'm sure. Thank you, though. I appreciate you questioning me. Wow, it's fast enough that we got... Wow. Okay. So that kind of screwed up my entire strategy right there.
Yeah, these guys don't mess around.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because I want to see what damage Wakka's got. Hey, Wakka, attack reels. Let's see if I can get the full... Yep. Okay, Wakka. 12 attacks. Let's see what you got.
This should be good.
Yeah. That's just fine. Didn't kill it, unfortunately. But, and Wakka's dead, and Tidus goes down. But that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is not a small number for damage.
That is not a small number. Unfortunately, we're still not quite there. Part of it is I need to get more defense. And what I need to have is I need to have armor that has stuff like auto protect and stuff like that. Because protect halves the damage that you would take from physical attacks. Shell halves the damage you would take from regular attacks. We want auto haste because that will allow me to, go a lot faster. And the other thing about these effects is that they, what's the word I was going to use? These effects say that we don't have to worry about them being dispelled for any reason, because they're not magical effects, they just happen to be there. So we kind of want these, but the problem is I need that 4 times armor. So we're going to wait on doing this. I was hoping we would do a little bit better than we did, but we're going to wait on doing this. We're going to have to go get those 4 times armor. There's something we're going to have to see in the next storyline area that I'm going to. So we're going to go do that, and then we're going to come back here, and we're going to beat the crap out of these monsters. So with that, guys, we'll see you next time. Ta-ta.